Our next guest on the programme, James Hall, first came to my attention about 3 or 4 months ago when you released your single, Silver Tongues. You're back with a new single, So Precious. Before we talk about you going solo, can you sort of like fill us in about what happened before? Because you've been in a number of bands.
Actually, like, I'd been playing in Marry My Hope before. Made about 3 visits over here, one of which where I opened up for Fields of the Nephilim. And that was about as extensive of a tour as it really got to be. They were, I guess, a bit more in the Gothic kind of vein, even though I still don't know what Gothic means. They were a bit more in that I guess, kind of the Gothic vein, and it was a bit more guitar-oriented. It's a good bit different than what I'm doing now.
And I noticed that with like some of the reviews that you've already been sort of like, you know, been picking up, that they're kind of sort of like, you know, calling you the new David Bowie.
Yeah.
I mean, is that sort of like something that that you can see? I mean, is he an influence?
Yeah, he's an influence, but, you know, mainly I'm concentrating about being the new James Hall. You know, that's a full-time job. You know, Bowie's got his job, you know. He does what he does, and what I do is a good bit different. I would definitely say, I mean, it's rock, but somebody over here might say it's like indie rock, I guess, you know? And that's about as far as I would go until somebody actually comes out to the show. I cut my teeth on AC/DC's Highway to Hell album, you know, when I was 12 years old.
That must have been painful.
It was all right. It was all right.
You got through it?
I got through it. And, you know, that's kind of like where I got my, like, instrumentational start, you know? I grew from there. I kind of expanded from there and kind of learned a bit more from there. But it's all in there, you know? Punk rock didn't happen in Nashville, Tennessee. You know, it didn't. It missed Nashville, Tennessee. We had AC/DC, so that was like the closest kind of energy thing that we had to that.
Did you discover it later, though, the punk rock thing?
I'm discovering it now, yeah. Watch the show. People come up and say, man, I really saw the Japan in there, you know? I really saw the birthday party and what you're doing.
Can you see those reference points when people sort of say those?
I can see those reference points when I look at my record collection. I can see those albums. They're just right there, you know? They're right in my record collection.
Is there any sort of embarrassing ones in there?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of them.
Share with us, why don't you?
Okay. Let's see, I've got Journey Captured, which I never really listened to that much, you know, Journey record. See, I wasn't ashamed to admit AC/DC, and a lot of people maybe very well would have been. Yeah, there's an Air Supply record in there somewhere, I'm sure.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, the Andy Gibb record's a little bit embarrassing, but I mean...
James, maybe I should ask another question quickly, because you've got a few in there, haven't you?
Yeah. I'm not going to be running after them when the fire starts, you know? I'm going to be pulling out a few other records. I'm not going to be worried
before you get to Andy Gibb.
That's right.
And Air Supply.
That's right.
No, I mean, I hadn't seen you live, but I mean, I understand that, you know, you're sort of prone to sort of wearing girls' tights sometimes and makeup as well. I mean, would you say that you're an exhibitionist?
I don't know. That's going a little far for me, because, you know, like, when I wear tights, usually as a rule, it's like 1 ply. And, you know, like, I'll have them on under slacks just because it feels a little bit better under slacks, you know.
In what way?
Just, like, they're not heavy. They're, like, a bit lighter than, like, wearing socks and, like, underwear, you know. And as far as, like, eyeliner, you know, I just think it looks kind of good, you know.
Let me tell you all about myself. I can see you're afraid. It's not unusual to feel this way in this world young and brave. Don't you know you should express yourself? Show me how you are made. If you ever need relay your fears, it might be you who you say.
That's it.